Pro soccer star, England captain Leah Williamson has great admiration for her head coach, Serena Wiegman, and she hopes to take their relationship to another level. Take a look at what she had to say at the FWA Tribute Award earlier this week.
So I stand in front of you as her player and captain, but also as a fan of her work. And one day, once her professionalism allows, potentially her friend. I've been told explicitly that is not the case at the minute.
All right, so the question is, can an employee be friends with their leader, their boss? I see no's,
could be,
and one maybe.
They could be friendly. I'm
Yes.
an executive director, team of 40, and the goal is not to be everyone's friends. And if that's what you're trying to do, you've already lost. I think you can be friendly, you can share values, interests with your boss, but as a leader, whether you're a coach or an executive director or a producer, whatever your title might be, you're there to work. It is business. I think you need to be professional, fair, kind. A friendship can come after the fact, but friendly is...
What if you start off, because you start off...
You're like, I have a situation.
Let's hear.
This has happened twice in my career where I've started off at a certain level, and in one case, I got the promotion, and suddenly I'm the boss to people who were my friends, people who I would go out with, have drinks with, have a relationship with, and suddenly there's a power differential. That's happened twice, and also it happened with another person who then they got a promotion. So in those situations, I think there's a way to navigate it. Like, yes, it's not ideal.
How'd you do it?
Well, for me, it was like immediately there were things that were off limits we couldn't talk about anymore. And in the case of myself, when I was given a promotion, I didn't say that. I just did it. And the same thing with my other friend who got a promotion. It was just an unspoken thing. We're not gonna talk about work anymore in the same way. There's a million other things going on in my life that I can talk about.
Here's the question, but is everybody so respectful? Is every friend of the boss gonna be respectful and not cross the line and go, I hear there's cutbacks, come on, bestie. Tell me, I need
like
to know.
what happens when you have to let someone go?
Yeah, exactly. If we're in an office, right, and we have two besties, and the boss is one of the besties, and then there are cutbacks, and I get let go, but the bestie stays. You don't think I'm thinking, oh, must be nice. I had to be best friends with the boss so for me to keep my job.
You're 100% right. I just know that we spend hours of our lives, more hours of our lives in our jobs than we do with our own family and friends. So I think it's inevitable. It's naive of us not to think that sometimes these lines get crossed.
I get it, but I think the hard part is the boss's job is going to be, and you know this, going to have to be feedback. So can you remain unbiased if you actually have to provide some harsh critiques or feedback to somebody who is your friend? And it's a no-win situation because I don't think you can remain unbiased. And I also think that it's not great for morale for the other workers if they believe that favoritism is at play. So if there's always something, if it's a special project, if it's a whatever, even if it's not true, you believe that there is no meritocracy if there's that close of a relationship. So, and I think that really hits morale. So I think that's where it can be.
The nervous laughter in that clip said it all.
Yeah.
Nervous laughter, right?
It's
She
true.
and those who were at the press conference.
Yeah, exactly.